Nancy Warner just getting all over it to Kenya Nixon, not letting her find areas in the passing. It looks like that she tried to make a jump pass and never got up off her feet. So they could have called traveling, or in that case, a 5-second call.
These fans from Austin Peay will get on their feet with a score on this possession. Great defense. Will it lead to offensive success for Austin Peay? Perhaps, as Rayner goes hard, goes back and gets it.
She does such an excellent job of using her body. I mean, that time you saw that Maggie Cloak had good position, but Rayner just used her body and kind of pushed her up underneath the basket.
Elvis isn't in the house, but Chantel Presley is, her 11th three-pointer of the year.
But what I've noticed about Eastern Illinois right now is they're relying too much on the three. Got to go back into the paint to Cloak. You can't catch up all in one shot.
Herring with a pump fake, gets herself open for a moment, retrieves the missed shot. Shot clock about to get down to 10 seconds. It's there, and now Hanley with the handle. Beautiful dip move, gets her own rebound. And right now, the rebounding war on the offensive end on this set certainly belonging to Austin Peay.
Well, they're the aggressors right now on both ends of the floor, and right after that whistle blew, look at Ashley Thomas, the senior for Eastern Illinois, grabbed all her teammates and pulled them together and says, hey, we got to get ourselves going here.
Hanley with an incredible defensive effort yesterday against China Bozeman, one of the most prolific scorers, not only in the OVC, but in the nation. She held Bozeman to 27 points. And I know 27 points doesn't sound like she held anybody, but Bozeman took 27 shots.
But a lot of those points were late in that second half. But the one thing she probably did the best thing of is Hanley was aggressive early on attacking the basket, and because of that, Bozeman picked up 2 early fouls, and that kind of got her out of rhythm, and she honestly didn't get started until about 2 minutes to go in that first half. So by that time, the pace and the tempo had already been set by Austin Peay.
Hanley had 16 points in that game yesterday, as once again, Austin Peay blocking out on the defensive end. They get another rebound. The rebound battle dead even at 11 apiece.
Ooh. Thought maybe that time that she kind of pinned that ball on her leg, but the official didn't make the call.
Hanley once again with the shot clock disappearing. Jamin drives it right out of bounds and into the band.
That time, Jamin probably trying to do a little too much.
Like playing the clarinet, perhaps.
She was wide open with the jump shot. She probably just should have shot it. And one thing I noticed today when we came to shoot around, she's got good range out to about 17 feet. Nice little follow through. But she's been hesitant to shoot that here in this first half.
Eastern Illinois, the top seed on the attack. Three-point shot, no good, and tracking it down on the missed shot by Ashley Thomas is once again Jamin.
Well, Mariah King had her hand on that ball, just couldn't quite grasp it.
Nobody stops Herring all the way to the hoop.
Well, nice job of Herring getting into the paint, and then the defense doesn't slide its feet. It just kind of does the old Olay, lets her go by and finish with the left hand.
And we've got a charging foul that's going to go against Ashley Thomas away from the basketball. She just rolled right over the Austin Peay defender.
Well, that Austin Peay defender, you see it on the backside, was Herring, who's held her ground and just had Ashley Thomas run right over. I don't think Ashley Thomas actually saw Herring standing there.
The folks from Clarksville sensing another trip to the NCAA tournament, but a whole lot of work left here. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first half of the OVC championship game. Jamin banks it in.
Well, that time, no hesitation whatsoever from Jamin. Catch, shoot, drops it in off the glass.
Nixon taking care of things on the other end. The rebound fought for. The battle is won again by Jasmine Rayner. Will, these post players are not tall, but they're powerful and they understand how to play the position.
Well, they do a good job also of doing their work on the ground, putting their body into the defender, knocking the other defender off balance, and then going up and getting the rebound.
Herring looked at it, but Hanley shoots it, and the rebound collared by Ashley Thomas. The senior out of Moline gets it to the freshman out of Michigan City, Indiana. The drive by Dominique Sins ends up with a foul. It's a 9-point ball game, but it sure feels a whole lot closer than that. Austin Peay State University playing tough on both ends of the court. These girls have a lot to cheer for because these ladies are playing hard man-to-man in your grill basketball. The OVC Championship on the Wazoo Sports Network.
And and they're definitely playing much better, and they are the aggressor taking it to Eastern Illinois.
Dominique Sims was taking it to the hole when last we left you. She was fouled.
One of the biggest things when you talk about hustle, you talk about determination, is on the stat sheet you look at points in the paint. 12-4 in favor of Austin Peay, and also second chance point. Austin Peay is leading that 6-0. None for Eastern Illinois.
Dominique Sims gets half of that free throw trip successfully. She's got 3 points. Her team trailing by 8. Hand off to Hanley around a high screen. She can't get it to the basket, so the pull-up jump shot falls in for Nicole Game, who's going to earn some votes as tournament most outstanding player. She is impressive.
Well, we talked about how the first couple times she's been trying to force that ball at the basket. The last 2 times she's just taken what the defense has given to her, knocked down jump shots.
And look at this play. There was an opportunity for Mariah King to track down the loose ball. She kind of walked toward it, but Jamin sprinted toward it and saved it.
And that right there is indicative of how this game is being played right now with 7:17 to go in this first half.
Carrie Daniels throwing some high fives on her star player out of Cameroon. The senior leading this team to a 10-point advantage now. Herring cut off, left hands it up and in.
Nice job of stepping through the defense, who had committed themselves to putting their hands up and trying to block the shot. But to go back to talk about Nicole Jamin, let's not forget, before this tournament started, before we had the semifinals yesterday and the finals today, Nicole Jamin was only named to the All-OVC second team. And I think she got a little motivation from that the other night. She's been playing like she belongs on the first team these last 2 games.
A drive into the paint by Presley. She comes up a little short. And my guess is Brady Sally would like to run over there and maybe perhaps get her a first-team medallion if she'll slow down playing so hard. Herring fighting right through the Panthers, as Herring just continues pushing this team offensively. She's got 8 points. And Brady Sallee is going to take a little time out here. One of the things he said, Gary, I don't care about what's at stake here, and I'm telling my team that. Whether this was a game being played in March for the OVC Championship and the right to go to the NCAA tournament, or for playing on a blacktop driveway in July, he goes, our team will come out ready to play. He said he's not going to talk to his team about what it means, about any of the awards that's going to come after or the record coming into this game. He said, we just have to be the best team for this 40 minutes. And right now, Will, after a little over 13 minutes, Austin Peay is clearly the better team.
Well, you see Herring taking it back, spinning, fakes, then step through, but nice finish with the left hand off the glass. And one of the things you talked about when we talked to Carrie Daniels, she said, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have fun. And you're always having fun when you're winning. And right now, Austin Peay's up 25-11. And Eastern Illinois is playing like they're the #1 seed. They're playing like they feel the pressure of being the #1 seed. And they're playing like a team that this is their 3rd trip here in 3 years. And they've been beaten in the championship game the last 2.
Josh Perigo and the boys in the truck tell us it's a 10-1 Austin Peay State University run. And they're going against the offense that outscores everyone in the OVC, averaging just a tick under 71 points a game. They've barely broken double figures in this ball game, and we've only got less than 6 minutes to play in the half. And again, the Austin Peay defense, as I watch a smiling Dawsey Warner pass in front of us, they act like the team that knows exactly what Eastern Illinois is going to do, and they're getting there before the Panthers do.
And that right there was the 7th turnover in this half for Eastern Illinois. Austin Peay doing an awesome job on defense, extending, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, but probably even better than that is when they convert on the other end off those turnovers.
Warner hands it off to Faulkner. She takes a drive through the lane, pulls up from 8. That gets nothing, and she gets her own rebound.
And that's supposed to be a walk.
They dump it down into the post. This time, good denial defense by Mariah King will Purdue, getting her hand in there and preventing the possession, because what we've seen, if these post players get the ball, they're going to score it.
And that's what I was talking about. I wanted Jamin to do earlier on in the game when she was just standing behind the Eastern Illinois player.
The 3 for Brooke Faulkner. She was 2 for 4 shooting threes yesterday, and she knocks one down now to extend that lead to 17 points over the presumed favorite of this tournament, Eastern Illinois. Red shirts everywhere. The Panthers pass the basketball, and Jasmine intercepts another, Nicole Jauman intercepts another one. Handoff to Herring. Well, it's been 6 minutes since the Panthers have scored here in Nashville.
Well, they continue to have possessions where they come up with nothing, either turnovers or missed shots. And Austin Peay's doing an excellent job on defense, and if they do give up a shot, they're limiting Eastern Illinois to 1.
Shot clock to 5. Beautiful pass to Rayner, who comes back through on the backside. Rebound is Mariah King's. Panthers pushing it. Nixon trying to settle in. Gets it to the hole.
And I think Nixon's going to have to do more of that. As we talked about, if you can limit Austin Peay to 1 shot, and because Austin Peay likes to crash the boards the way they do, if you can get that ball in Nixon's hands, she can get it down the floor and get opportunities like that time and time again, where if she doesn't get the bucket, because of her speed and her quickness, she can get a foul and get to the free throw line.
The freshman out of Michigan City, Indiana, averages 14 points a game. That's her first, and we've got 4:21 left in the half. That foul was on Darcy Warner, her first. And Takinia hits both of those. 15 points is the stagger that Eastern Illinois has to make up here as we get into the final few minutes of the first half. Warner is cut off, spins around from about 12. That kicks off the rim and no good, and it's going to stay with Austin Peay.
There's somebody watching, they say, well, all the breaks are going for Austin Peay right now, where a lot of time you generate your own luck, you generate your own breaks. It just doesn't happen.
Well, Coach Daniels said that post matchup was pretty even, but right now Austin Peay certainly looks like they're getting the better of that matchup. Another mulligan for Austin Peay as they toss that one out of bounds. 15-point lead for Austin Peay's Lady Governors. The Panthers, are they going to panic? They have a business-like approach to basketball, but right now it's the girls having fun, having all the joy in Nashville. Points for Austin Peay.
9 second chance points have been created by 6 offensive rebounds to only 3 for Eastern Illinois.
Herring backs out to reset that offense. Darcy Warner works around that screen, then gets it to Rayner. A little too tall for Rayner as the 5'10 sophomore out of Memphis goes up, but the ball bounds onto the Eastern Illinois bench. And a defensive stop for the Panthers, but they needed some help from the Lady Govs to get it. 7 minutes now since Eastern Illinois scored their last field goal. They're on a pace now, just barely over a point a minute. They've got 13 points to show for 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes of basketball now. Up front and stolen away as Wiss gets it to Nixon. Nixon against 3 Lady Govs. Wiss finally breaks the Schneid as she gets her first 2, and the 7-minute string is finally snapped.
Well, nice job that time, though, of faking the 3, getting the defense to commit, driving around, and then finishing at the basket.
Herring working around Nixon. She's cut off, dumps it down. Somehow she passes it and gets it to Rayner, and Rayner has a 3-second violation called against Austin Peay. So back-to-back trips coming up empty now. Panthers did score offensively, so perhaps now the team that's supposed to win the championship, as you look at Rayner heading to the sideline with a foul and 4 points, perhaps the team that's supposed to win the championship is going to get on a little bit of a run themselves. They average 70 a game. They're going to have a hard time breaking 20 by the half. But with fouls like that called against Delilah Thomas, they may get a chance.
Right now, Eastern Illinois is only 1 of 6 from three-point land. What they need to do is try to get the ball inside more often, look to attack the basket like they do right there, as you saw Sydney Mitchell, and don't settle for open jump shots. Even if you're open, don't settle for them. I mean, they may be uncontested, but that may not be your best shot. Work it around the perimeter and continue to attack the basket, and that's something they've done since that last time out.
They need all the help they can get. Sydney Mitchell, typically a Very dependable free throw shooter. In fact, during the season, she had a streak in which she made 20 of 20.